वन्दो मुनि सावधान मते जहर प्रसादे वा भवतो रिया जहर प्रसादे वा भवतो रिया कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहा होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहा होइते गुरुमुख पद्म वाक्य चिते कोरिया गुरुमुख पद्म वाक्य चिते कोरिया हारना कोरी हो मने आशा हारना कोरी हो मने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो પ્રેમ ભક્તિ જાહા હોય તે અવિદ્યા વિનાશ જાતે. પ્રેમ ભક્તિ જાહા હોય તે અવિદ્યા વિનાશ જાતે. વેદે ગાય જાહા રચરિતો વેદે ગાય જાહા રચરિતો શ્રી ગુરુ કરુણા સિંધુ અધમ જનાર બંધુ શ્રી ગુરુ કરુણા સિંધુ અધમ જનાર બંધુ લોકનાથ લોકે રજીવાના લોકનાથ લોકે રજીવાના હા પ્રભુ કરો દયા દેહ મોરે પદ છાયા હા હા પ્રભુ કરો દયા દેહ મોરે પદ છાયા હે બેજા સુશુક ત્રિભુવાના હે બેજા સુશુક ત્રિભુવાના શીલ પ્રભુપાદ પતિત પાવાના দুই পদে লইল শরণ জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা জয় প্রভুপদা जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Bhakta-vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace Abhay Charanar Vrind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shyama Kund Radha Kund Shri Giri Govardhan ki श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री नवदीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई की जमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की बृहत मृदंग ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
The English.
Yeah, English, yeah. You can go in front and...
It's on there. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and Master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds.
Thank you very much, Chris. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So welcome you all to our Sunday Feast program. We'd like to welcome our dear friend Chris, who's come after 5 years. So welcome. 5 years. Yeah. Or 5 months. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you every Sunday now. Hare Krishna. And we have Marina Mataji's mother, our long lost friend. Mataji, I forgot your name. Can you remind me your name again? Her name? Elena. So welcome back, Elena Mataji. Yeah, so big round of Haribol because she's come today. Yeah. Mataji has been devotee for many, many years. I know, and she brought her daughter Marina Mataji in Krishna consciousness, and now she is bringing her daughters in Krishna consciousness. The whole parampara continues. Hare Krishna. So today we will be reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, shloka 16. We'll do little Mangalacharan, then we'll carry on. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Evam pravartitam chakram. Evam pravartitam chakram. Nanu vartaya tiha yaha नानुवर्तयतिह तिह यः अघायुर इंद्रियारामो अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति. Would you like to repeat? एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं प्रवर्तितं चक्रम नानुवर्तयतिह यः अघायुरिंद्रियारामो मोघम पार्थ स जीवति एवं 10 प्रवर्तितम established by the Vedas chakram cycle na does not anuvartayati adopt iha in this life yah one who aga ayu whose life is full of sins indriya aramah satisfied in sense gratification mogham uselessly partha o son of pritha arjuna sah he jivati lives. Translation. My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin. Living only for satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain. Please repeat after me. My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin, living only for satisfaction of the senses. Such a person lives in vain. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Mammonist philosophy of work very hard and enjoy sense gratification is condemned herein by the Lord. Therefore, for those who want to enjoy this material world, the above mentioned cycle of performing yajnas is absolutely necessary. One who does not follow such regulations is living a very risky life, being condemned more and more. By nature's law, this human form of life is specifically meant for self-realization in either of the three ways, namely Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. There is no necessity of rigidly following the performance of the prescribed yajnas for the transcendentalists who are above vice and virtue. But those who are engaged in sense gratification require purification by the above mentioned cycle of yajna performances. There are different kinds of activities. Those who are not Krishna conscious are certainly engaged in sensory consciousness. Therefore, they need to execute pious work. The yajna system is planned in such a way that sensory conscious person may satisfy their desires without becoming entangled in the reaction of sense gratificatory work. Now, this is a very important line. Please hear it carefully. The prosperity of the world depends not on our own efforts, but on the background arrangement of the Supreme Lord, directly carried out by the demigods. Therefore, the yajnas are directly aimed at the particular demigods mentioned in the Vedas. Indirectly, it is the practice of Krishna consciousness, because when one masters the performance of yajnas, one is sure to become Krishna conscious. But if by performing yajnas one does not become Krishna conscious, such principles are counted as only moral codes. One should not therefore limit his progress only to the point of moral codes, but should transcend them to attain Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Om Jnantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. Hare Krishna. So today's shloka's translation is: My dear Arjuna, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin. Living only for the satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain. Hare Krishna. So this shloka talks about sacrifice. So which sacrifices Krishna is talking about? Anybody remembers from last few classes? Okay, if you don't remember, let's recap. So we'll go to shloka 14. So 14, Krishna says, all living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. Regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas, and Vedas are directly manifested from Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, all pervading transcendence is eternally situated in acts of sacrifice. That was the last week's shloka. And today, Krishna is mentioning in this shloka, my dear Arjun, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin. Living only for sense gratification of the senses, such a person lives in vain. So we'll go to shloka behind. So in 14th shloka, Krishna is talking about the food grains. If you all remember, in that class we talked about the bare minimum needs of a human society is what? Food. You know, without food, you cannot live. Nobody can live in this world without food. And where does the food come from? It comes from Mother Earth. the fruits and vegetables and, pulses and all. One might ask question, I'm a non-vegetarian, strict non-vegetarian. I don't require fruits and vegetables. But the meat, which comes from animal, how does the animal survive? They survive on grass. They survive on vegetables. If there is no vegetables, if there is no greenery, there is no fruits, the animal won't survive. So even if you are a strict non-vegetarian, you require Mother Earth to produce the vegetables, the pulses, the fruits from the earth. If that is not there, then nobody can survive, whether you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So Krishna then says, all living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from the rains. Now, how does the food is produced? It's produced from rain. Have you all heard the recent news? I think day before yesterday, the alert came. No, be careful of fire. Government sent those alert in mobile phones. You all remember? Why? Because there is no rain for some times. Everything is very dry. And then there might be fire. And if it stays long, it will be a drought. So, for whole civilization, you might have our missiles and politics and cinemas and sports and so forth and so on. If there is no food, none of these things will ever mean to anything to anybody. We're not talking about devotion or devotional life here. We're just talking about us normal, civilized living in this world. If you want to live in this world, peacefully, you require a food, even if you're a devotee or not. And then what is the bare reality of this world? You require rain. Last time we talked about, then let's go to the rains. The rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. So Krishna's rain is produced of this yajna or sacrifice. Now, last time we discussed, how many of you do yajna for the rain? Anybody? They do yajna every day in the morning for the rain? Nobody does it. You do. Chanting. So yajna is called sacrifice, in English language. And in a very simple language, sacrifice means you show your gratitude. You show that I value what I have got from Mother Nature. If somebody helps you, what do we say? Thank you. And if you are really grateful, we try to give some gift to them. Some card, or some flower. So thank you for helping me. So Krishna is saying the same thing. You should do sacrifice. You should be grateful for what you have got. So that is sacrifice. And yajna is born of prescribed duty. So Krishna gives more detail. What exactly is sacrifice? Prescribed duty. Prescribed duty means do your duty. And what is our duty? To live civilized life in the society? First of all, you don't hurt people. You live a life of service. You help people. That also includes our environment. Don't exploit the environment. Don't exploit Mother Earth. Do whatever is required for your reasonable surviving. Don't take anybody else's share for your own sense gratification. These are prescribed duties. And these are the moral codes given in the scriptures. In every language, these moral codes are given. Be it Bible, be it Quran, be it Granth Sahib, be it Bhagavad Gita. There are moral codes. How to live a sensible, cultured, civilized life. And it has got no higher, philosophy. It just tells you, don't lie. What is one of the commandment in Bible? Thou shalt not kill. You don't hurt other people. Don't hurt other animals. One should love their neighbors. Is it a common sense? If you live peacefully with your neighbors, love them. If you're fighting with all the time with your neighbors, you won't have a very peaceful life. So these are the moral codes Krishna is describing. And then Krishna, in the further shloka, it is saying, all these regulated activities are prescribed in the Vedas. And Vedas are directly manifested from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, the all-pervading transcendence is eternally situated in the acts of sacrifice. So these common sense rules are there in the scriptures, and one should follow that. Now in this shloka, Krishna is talking about what happens if you don't. My dear Arjun, one who does not follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice thus established by the Vedas certainly leads a life full of sin. So if you don't live a life of sacrifice, if you don't follow the prescribed duties, then we are living the life of full of sin. Living only for the sense gratification, living only for the satisfaction of the senses, such a person lives in vain. So here Krishna is saying, if you don't follow these sacrifices, live a life full of sin. Now, because we all are devotees, we like to follow Krishna's instruction. But if you tell this a normal kind of, person who has no spiritual inclination, and you tell him that if you don't do sacrifice, you're a sinner. What they'll tell us? What do you think? What will be their reaction? Oh, this is just a faith. This is a blind faith. I've not done any sacrifice in my life, but I'm just happy. Why I need to follow all this thing? So that's what they will tell. But here Krishna says, if you don't do sacrifices, is life full of sin. So let's simplify it. This whole high philosophy of sacrifices and sin and all. Do you all get electricity in your house? Yeah, you all use electricity? Who provides electricity to you? Who provides? You get a bill? You get a bill every month? Some different company, yeah? Some EDF or some Scottish Power, something. Some company gives. And what is in the bill, what they say? My dear so-and-so, I'm so grateful you are using my service. Please keep using my service. Does that say so? In the bill, do they say, thank you for using our service? You say yes? Okay. Anything else they say in the bill? So say pay the bill. The nice languages, but at the end they are saying, you used our service, so you pay the bill. But you say, I don't care. I don't pay the bill. So you don't pay the bill, then what happens next? Debt. They send you notice next month. My dear sir, you haven't paid a bill. Please pay by this time, otherwise there will be a penalty. You say, I don't care. And what happens? You try sometimes, see what happens. The third month, sir, this is the final red notice. If you don't pay, we'll send you the bailiff. You know what is bailiff? Probably nobody knows. They are the professional debt collectors. They'll come to your house and they, whatever is valuable in your house, they just take away. So he says, I don't care. The bailiff comes the 4th month, and you don't let the bailiff come. And then you fight with the bailiff. The bailiff goes away. You know what happens after that? He'll come with the police. He'll arrest you. You'll go to the jail. Now can you say, I don't care? You're in a jail. Can you say, I don't care? Jailer says, I don't care what you say. You go in jail. So what does this teach? You use some service and you haven't paid for it. If you use a word, you haven't done enough sacrifice for it. Then you become a sinner, or in other words, criminal. Does it make sense? You use some service which is produced by somebody else, and they demanded a sacrifice or some payment in return, and you don't do it. You become a criminal. In the words of Bhagavad Gita, you become a sinner. Sinner and criminal, they are identical word. There is no difference between it. So we become a criminal. Does it make sense? Whatever Krishna is telling, we are trying to simplify to our day-to-day experience. So we have to do sacrifice if we are using some service or the other. And how many services we are using in our life? Forget about electricity. Breathing. Who provides the air? It's free of charge. The food, Mother Earth. You put a little seed in there, you put some water, and after some time, one grain gives you thousands of grain. And you eat that. It's given free of charge. The clothes that we are wearing, it comes from Mother Earth. The medicines we are eating, when you get sick, the medicine, it comes from the earth. So many services we are using. Don't we think we have to pay our dues, saying thank you for giving your service to me? So Krishna says, if you are using all this service, you have to perform prescribed duty. And then in this shloka, there is one line I said, please hear it carefully. That line is, the prosperity of the world depends not on your own efforts, but on the background arrangement of the Supreme Lord, directly carried out by the demigods. Such a beautiful line, Prabhupada has mentioned in this purport. It's the how can I put it? In his few words, Prabhupada has shown our complete dependence on the Supreme Lord. Complete dependence on Him. Prabhupada says the prosperity of the world depends not on your own efforts. So there is a prosperity in this world. There's a rich country and there are poor country. There are rich families and poor families. The prosperity, where does the prosperity come from? Who is the richest person right now? Elon Musk? $1 trillion. He's the first trillionaire. He's a very prosperous man. How did he earn his money? Anybody has an idea? Nobody knows? Have I come after a few centuries? Anybody knows? How did he become rich? He manufactured an electric car, Tesla. And now he is into space exploration. He is putting the rocket on the sky. And now he has some new technology. The rocket comes back. You can recycle the rocket. Can Elon Musk say that, I have earned this prosperity on my own effort? Completely on my own effort. Can he say that? He is a space rocket or he has an electric battery in his car. Where this battery has come from? Those, what is that chemical? I forgot the name. Famous chemical. Any engineers, electrical engineers? You have an electric car, you don't know the chemical. Okay, anyway, forget it. So some chemical, it comes from earth. So if chemical is not there, can Elon Musk be rich? He cannot be rich. He is putting this space rocket in the sky. Where is that fuel come from? It comes from Mother Earth. And he thinks, my company is worth so and so trillion. It is listed in New York Stock Exchange. And he says, I am completely independent. I got all my monies. And after a few days, I hope it does not ever happen. There's a big earthquake in America. And all his spacecraft and all, they're all destroyed. What happens to his share prices? He become a zero linear. All his share price will just become zero. So he's becoming a trillionaire is completely dependent on Mother Nature. And so to speak, everyone, anybody who says, I'm a prosperous, your prosperity depends on Mother Nature. So here Prabhupada, what does he say? Our efforts, but the prosperity of the world depends not on our own efforts, but on the background arrangement of the Supreme Lord, directly carried out by the demigods. So all our prosperity, it is depending on directly by demigods, but in background, it is managed by Krishna. If Krishna has not sanctioned it, you cannot have any of this thing. Then Krishna has appointed demigods, the demigods of rain. Who is that? Indra. Demigod in charge of air, demigod in charge of fire, demigod in charge of the oceans, demigod in charge of our body. Do you know our body? There are demigods in charge of the human bodies. There's one person was saying, how many demigods there are, it is mentioned in scriptures? 33 crore, 330 million demigods are there. Each demigod has a particular department to look after. So there's a demigod, then there's a demigod. So assistant to the demigods. So he was this devotee. He was a medical doctor. He said, sometimes in a medical field, somebody, who gets some problem in some part of the body, for example, hand. Suddenly the hand stops working. And then person goes to the doctor. Doctor, hand is not working. Please do something. And doctor checks X-ray and MRI and so many things he checks. Doctor says everything is normal. Your signal to brain and everything is working. There's nothing, no problem at all. I don't know why your hand is not working. So there are so many cases are like that. We have some Matajis from medical field. Do you all, whenever you go to the doctor, do you think we always get the diagnosis? What is wrong with us? Katrina Mataji, she's saying big no. Many times, we go to the doctor, of course they have some knowledge. It's not that they don't know anything. They have some knowledge. But many times they don't know. They just try a few things. They say, try this medicine. Try this. Maybe this will work. Maybe that will work. But this devotee was saying that in my professional life, I've seen so many cases. We don't know what is wrong with that person's body. But when I read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, I get information that there are demigods in charge of our body. So if a demigod in charge of your hand, if he decides or he withdraws his power to operate your hand will not work, no matter what you do with your body. So there are demigod in charge of your hand. So hand devta ki jai. So every demigod you have to please, you have to give your dues. Have you ever done a demigod puja? Thank you for looking after my body. No, but still provide free service. So here Krishna says one has to do their sacrifices properly. Last time, if you remember, we discussed devotee, because he is serving Krishna, and all the demigods are working under the guidance, under the authority of Krishna. Then devotee has no debt or sacrifice to do to that particular demigod. All his dues, all his debts are paid. We have this nice tree, as a mural. When we water the root of the tree, the entire tree gets satisfied. Similarly, when we chant Krishna's name and we worship Krishna, all our dues to all demigods are paid. You don't have to do any other sacrifice. Only one sacrifice we have to do in our life is Nama Sankirtan. Sankirtan Yajna. Chant the names of Krishna. Then all your dues are satisfied. Okay, we are 120 now. Actually, our today's class title is Unforgetting Krishna. We have a Janmastami coming in, 3 weeks time now? 3 weeks. So every Sunday we want to discuss about Krishna. So today we want to talk about unforgetting Krishna. Before I start the class, I always start with some question. How many of you have forgotten Krishna? Everyone? So how we unforget Krishna then? It's a very interesting word, no? Unforgetting Krishna. Balaram, he found this word, Unforgetting Krishna. It's a negative, so negative becomes positive. So forgetting is negative. You forget means you don't remember. Then it is negative, so it becomes positive. So unforgetting Krishna. So forgetting Krishna, it's a very unnatural thing for a soul. Now here, I draw to your years of coming to Hare Krishna temple that we all know we are a spirit soul. We are not this body. So remembering Krishna, forgetting Krishna is very unnatural for the soul. My message is going to you? For a soul to forget Krishna is very unnatural. It does not happen. When you come to Hare Krishna temple and forget to eat prasadam, it is very unnatural. Isn't it? This is how I become devotee. You come to Hare Krishna temple and and there is no prasadam. You say, hey, what happened to this temple? Why there is no prasadam? It is very unnatural. So for the soul to forget Krishna is very unnatural. But it is a reality. We have forgotten Krishna. But that is a very artificial situation. It is not, the natural situation. It's very artificial. what is real? Nowadays, artificial is a very buzzword. Artificial intelligence. I don't know who invented this, artificial intelligence. What is if there is artificial intelligence, there must be original, organic intelligence, which is mimicking like artificial intelligence. So when you say forgetting Krishna or unforgetting Krishna, it is artificial. So there is something original. And what is that original thing? Remembering Krishna. So for the soul is always remembering Krishna. For a soul to forget Krishna, it is unnatural, not possible only. But here we come, we have this reality, we have forgotten Krishna. So when you say we have forgotten Krishna, actually the remembrance or the love for Krishna is still there with the soul. It's not gone anywhere else. It is just that it is covered by our ignorance. Does it make sense? We are still in love with Krishna. We still love Krishna. We still remember Krishna. It's just that ignorance has covered our consciousness. We have to, when we say unforgetting Krishna, we have to just remove that ignorance. We just remind ourselves. Prabhupada used to tell a very wonderful story of a young boy who was the son of a very rich man. And he just had a little fight with his father, upset with his father. Father, I do not want to stay with you. I want to go away. And father was a rich man. He had all these palatial place and servants and, all the facilities were there. The boy says, no father, I don't want to stay with you. And he goes away, he leaves home. Now he goes away and now, he has to manage his own food, his own clothing, his own housing. And he struggled and struggled and struggled. Now all his struggle, he has forgotten who he is. He's really forgotten who he is. Then one day, a man comes. He said, hey, I know you're a son of a very rich father. So which father? I don't know, the son says. So your father, his name is Elon Musk. Sorry. He's a very rich man. Why are you suffering here? He says, no, do you think I'm really son of a rich father? Oh yes. Come on, come with me. I'll take you to your rich father. So this man, takes him to his rich father. And father says, oh son, you have come. And suddenly son says, oh father, now I remember. I'm your son. He says, oh good, you have come. So father, I struggled a lot. Sorry, I disobeyed you, but I'm back now. Thank you. So in this story, that suffering soul is us. We have given up Krishna's association. We have forgotten that we are Krishna's children. And Krishna is still waiting for us. Come, I'm waiting for you. So our love for Krishna, our relationship with Krishna is always there. But we are forgetting that relationship. And that man who said, I'll take you to your father, that is our guru, our spiritual master, who reminds us, that who you are and why are you suffering. And that spiritual master, he takes us back to our father. So while that son was forgotten his rich father, do you think he had lost all his richness? His palatial building and all the servants? No, it was all there. He just need reminding. So for us also, just reminding ourselves who we are, who is Krishna, what is my relationship with Krishna. When somebody reminds us, probably says, what nonsense is this? I don't know anybody called Krishna who is my best friend. I don't know. But if we keep following the process our memory will come back. I don't know if anybody has seen some Hindi movies, in the movies there are scenes, suddenly a person meets an accident and he loses all his memory. And he doesn't know his name, he doesn't know his, where his house is. And then doctor tries to revive him and says, no, it's not that. But suddenly someday, he sees, some car or something, and all his memory comes back. So we are all forgotten Krishna, but if we keep trying to remember, that remembrance will come back. That love, it is there in our heart. It will just need to come out. So this is a process. This is the tattva behind forgetting and unforgetting Krishna. Shall I tell you some story? I know some of you started sleeping now. Wake up! So how we unforget Krishna? What is the easiest process to remember Krishna? Unforget Krishna. Sorry, Mataji? Chanting. Okay. Anything else? Association. Okay. So, what happens when we associate? Serving the devotees. Okay. Anything else when we associate with devotees? Reading about Krishna. Yes. Can you become more specific? We hear about Krishna. When we are with devotees, we hear about Krishna. The more we hear, the more we unforget Krishna. When you start hearing first time, I tell you frankly from my own experience, when I first went to Hare Krishna temple, and I was in a class with about 500 people sitting in a class, and one brahmachari was talking about Krishna. Not a single word made any sense to me. He says, what is this? Love of God. We are a soul. I was a young boy, 18, 19 that time. None of these things made any sense to me. The only thing made sense to me was prasad. This is good. But when they talk about Krishna, everything is, bouncer. Nothing is happening. But prasad kept me going, So after some time, so my first kind of thing which made some sense after hearing about 10 classes is that Krishna or the God is person. That thing, it made sense to me. Okay, the God, we are calling God, Allah, Bhagwan, He is a person. He's just like you and me. That is the first thing which made sense to me. And then, next thing, which made sense to me was that Krishna is very beautiful. So, actually this is true, I can see Krishna on the altar, he is very beautiful, really beautiful. And slowly, I started going to the class, hearing about Krishna. Sometimes I sat in the class for 1 hour. Out of 1 hour, only 1 minute of class made any sense to me. But now it started making sense. But as we hear more and more, we understand more and more. So hearing is very important. Actually, this hearing is the process which uncovers our dirt from our heart. And once we have heard properly, the next thing which follows is chanting. We glorify Krishna. So when we chant Hare Krishna, so when we hear, Mataji said about how do we unforget Krishna? Chanting. But examine your own life. We all are chanting now. So when you come to the temple, you straight away started chanting. You came to Hare Krishna temple, sat in a chair, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, first happened hearing. And then we started chanting. So after hearing follows the chanting. So we hear, we unforget Krishna slowly, slowly. Then we chant, the process becomes even faster. Your relationship with Krishna develops. And then comes the next thing, hearing, chanting, and then remembering Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Then you start remembering Krishna. Then you are sitting down in your house in a chair. Naturally the thoughts of Krishna comes to your heart. Today what shall I cook for Krishna? Or, I heard about that particular pastime of Krishna in the book. Why Krishna did like that? So started remembering Krishna. So unforgetting Krishna, our process for unforgetting Krishna starts with first how does it start? Hearing. Then it starts with progresses to chanting. Then it progresses to remembering. So, we have this mural on our wall here. So there are 9 processes of bhakti. There are 5 boys there and 5 girls there. So out of them 10, the 9 processes are 9 processes of bhakti. So one of them is hearing, one of them is chanting, one of them is remembering, one of them is serving Krishna, one is worshipping Krishna. So after the class today, you can see who they are. There is one extra person, because there is 9 processes of bhakti, but there is one extra person. Who is that 10th person? So you tell me later on. Homework for all of you. Who is this 10th person? So the process of bhakti starts with the hearing. So I promised you a story. Sorry, again went to my philosophy mode. So in Krishna Lila, there is one pastime of Dvija Patni or Brahmana Patni. So it so happened, Krishna and Balaram and all the friends, they used to take their cows in the pastures every day. And one day they were in the pastures, and generally their mothers, give them their lunch boxes. So they ate their lunch boxes, but again, after some time they become hungry again. So they were in the middle of a forest, and all the cowherd boys said, Krishna, we are hungry, do something, get us some food. So Krishna said, nearby, there is a little hermitage of many brahmanas who are engaged in fire sacrifices. We talked about fire sacrifice. So there are many brahmanas, they are doing fire sacrifices. You go there and ask them that, Krishna and Balaram are here. You please give them, please give them food. So they went there and they told the brahmanas, oh my dear brahmanas, please, Krishna and Balaram are there and they are hungry. Please provide some food for them. Brahmana says, hey, don't you see, we are great brahmanas. We are so busy in these fire sacrifices. You are disturbing our fire sacrifices. Don't disturb us. Get lost from here. So the boys, they came back to Krishna and Balaram saying, my dear Krishna, Balaram, they didn't give anything. In fact, they just chased us away. So Krishna says, okay, now this time you go again. But don't go to the brahmanas. go to the wives of Brahmanas and tell them that Krishna and Balaram are hungry. You please provide them the food. And then the boys, they went there. They went to the Brahmana Patnis. They were helping their husband, to do fire sacrifices. And they were very busy. But when they heard from these boys that Krishna and Balaram are hungry, they said, "Oh, Krishna and Balaram are hungry. We must satisfy them." In fact, they understood that the purpose of any sacrifice that you do is to satisfy Krishna. If you understand the original purpose of fire sacrifice is to please Vishnu. He says, the source of Vishnu, Krishna is here. And we can do this offering direct to Krishna. There is no need of fire sacrifices. But they were afraid a little bit, saying that because they had all these food ingredients that was meant for fire sacrifice. But now they'll be giving it to Krishna. And when the husbands will ask, where are those ingredients? And they will have none left. So they thought, our husbands will become very angry. We'll be doing disservice to our Krishna, disservice to our husband. They might be angry with us. But the Brahmana Patnis, they thought the higher principle is to serve Krishna. So then, they took all their, he says, boys, take all these ingredients and take it to Krishna and please offer it to Krishna. If Krishna is satisfied, our life's purpose, our family life is all satisfied. And then they took, and then the husbands came, says, where are all the ingredients? Says, sorry, my dear husbands, Krishna and Balaram were hungry, so we used all for their, satisfaction. Oh, you stupid girl, ladies, don't you understand in the Shastra? And they're Brahmanas, they know all the shlokas, Don't you know this fire sacrifice is so important? The lady said, don't you, my dear husbands, you told us that the purpose of all sacrifice is to please Vishnu. Today Krishna had come, we have you. And then all the Brahmanas came to their senses. Said, oh my God, we were just artificially doing the sacrifices without even understanding what is the meaning of sacrifice. And actually these husbands, they fell at the feet of their wives. Says, actually you are our guru. You've done taught us the right lesson. Thank you so much. Then Acharyas explained that these Brahmanas, for the years and years they were studying scriptures, years and years, by hearting, and then all the grammars. But they had no devotion for Krishna. But these ladies, they are hardly literate, but they had so much love for Krishna. So here, my dear friends, try to see the difference. The Brahmanas read scriptures, but they had developed no love for Krishna. The ladies, they were illiterate girls, but they had a lot of love for Krishna. How is that happen? How did they manage to unforget Krishna? How did they manage to unforget the Krishna? So the Acharyas explained these ladies, every day they were very busy serving their husbands. But every day they would go to fetch water from a well in Vrindavan. This is the only time they were coming out of the house. So while they were on the well, fetch the water, all the Brajbasi girls, they will talk about Krishna. Says, today Krishna what he did? He stole butter from my house. And Krishna, he was so beautiful. He had his peacock feather in his head. You know what, Krishna? Today he was playing such a nice, beautiful flute. And we were just mesmerized. What today, what Krishna happened? What happened with Krishna? Today he stole Gopi's clothes. So every day, these Brahmana Patnis, the ladies, they'll go to the well and they just hear about Krishna. Just heard about Krishna. And every day, just few seconds, few minutes, they just heard about Krishna. And slowly, here by day, they unforgot Krishna. They know Krishna is the Supreme Lord. All our effort should be there to please Krishna. And they had now, completely revived their love. And when the time came to surrender to Krishna, they had no hesitation. They did not, worry about what all our husbands will say. That they might be in trouble. They thought, Krishna is my Supreme Lord. And if anything is there to please Krishna, let that be used for the pleasure of Krishna. So here, my dear friends, the years and years of studying scriptures by these Brahmanas was simply in vain. Prabhupada writes here about the moral codes. These Brahmanas, they were very big scholar in Shastra, in scriptures, but they had no love for Krishna. These ladies, they just heard about Krishna, few minutes every day. They developed complete love for Krishna. So hearing is so important. If our hearing is proper, then all our spiritual progress will follow. And that's why you see in our Hare Krishna temple, we do not do many rituals here. We did few fire sacrifices, but hardly there is any sacrifices. We have hardly any, elaborate arti. We do one Prabhupada arti and we do Mangal arti every first Saturday of the month. You see in our temple, there is not much rituals happening. We don't quote any hi-fi Sanskrit shlokas here. But what we focus on is what? Hear about Krishna. From Bhagavad Gita, from Bhagavatam. Hear more and more. And this hearing will help us unforget Krishna. And so hearing is our Hare Krishna temple, it is meant for this one purpose only, hearing. And we do the hearing, it is followed by chanting. And you do hearing and chanting, when you go home, hopefully you will remember Krishna throughout the week. It will again make you come again next Sunday again to Hare Krishna temple. So this is the process, hearing, chanting and remembering. But sometimes while hearing, as I said, sometimes in a class nothing makes sense to you, or sometimes some things make sense to you. But you keep hearing. After some time everything will make sense to you. So what is the master key? Every Sunday come to Hare Krishna temple. Hear about Krishna. Whether you understand it or don't understand it, keep hearing. And then we have the super master key. You know what is a super master key? Prasad. This will make complete sense to you. I'll tell you, you will never fall asleep while taking prasadam. You might fall asleep while in the class, But in prasadam, have you ever seen anybody in my so small career of being a Hare Krishna devotee? I've never seen a single person, fall asleep while taking prasadam, They're completely alert. Oh, sabji is very good. Rice is very good, So, you're completely alert. So, if you do unforget Krishna, every Sunday, 12 o'clock, forget everything, just get into your car or whatever mode of transport and get yourself into the temple. Do Prabhupada Arti, hear from Bhagavad Gita, chant together in a kirtan with the devotees. At the end, take prasadam I guarantee you, sooner or later, you will unforget Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anybody's any question? Any comment? How often we should hear? Oh. How often shall we hear? Oh, very good question. Well, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam. Satatam means without any stoppage. One should hear. There should not be a break. Just keep hearing without any break. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Ye jana pariyupasate. Prabhuji, if I keep hearing, my boss will, says, you keep hearing it at home, no more job, be happy at your home. How will I survive? So yes, right now we are not in position to do Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. But start with something, at least start with coming every Sunday to Hare Krishna temple and hear about Krishna. Slowly, your desire to hear more will come more and more, like hunger. Then even if you are waiting for the Sunday program, you will go to YouTube. You will hear some recorded classes, some Vrindavan pastimes. You will find somewhere or the other, on the in the house. And if that is not possible, I very strongly recommend, please, if you can do this, I very strongly recommend you have a Srimad Bhagavatam set, a physical book, Bhagavatam set in your house. And whenever you have a desire to hear about Krishna, pick up Bhagavatam and start reading. Reading, it is as good as hearing. There is actually no difference. Actually, that reading is more powerful because in Bhagavatam you will hear directly from Srila Prabhupada. What right now I am speaking, Prabhupada has written this book and I am just trying to explain the way I have understood Prabhupada's purport. But then you will directly hear from Srila Prabhupada. So that's one trick of always hearing about Prabhupada, hearing about Krishna. And about, if might have doubt, if I come every Sunday to the temple, will there ever be a day when I'll start remembering Krishna every day? My experience is yes. It will take time, but the process is working. Shall I tell you one more story? It's a medical story. So there was this one person. He was infected with some disease, some stomach bug. And this disease was so severe that whatever he'll eat, either he will vomit or he'll evacuate. The moment he eats, it doesn't stay in the stomach. Either it comes out, he vomits it, or he has to go to toilet to evacuate. And it happened 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It happened for weeks. And by this time, because your stomach was not able to digest anything, there was no energy left in his body. His muscles were all gone, and he was literally like a skeleton. And he was just about to die. And meantime, the family, they went to so many doctors, and so many specialists, like we said in the class, they all examined, they say, oh, everything is fine, we don't know what is wrong with him. I think the demigod of stomach was not happy with him. So he said, I don't know what is wrong with you, sorry. So then they went to one Ayurvedic doctor. I said, sir, this man is just about to die. Can you help him? So what is the problem? So whatever he eats, nothing stays in his stomach. And doctor says, we don't know what is wrong with him. So Ayurvedic, he just examined his body and says, oh, everything is normal, nothing wrong with him. Oh, you are just like the other doctors. You also don't know what is wrong with him. He said, I know there is nothing wrong with him, but I know what is the medicine. So medicine, yeah, tell us. He said, take one spoonful of ghee, a cow ghee, and feed him. And that will cure his disease. He said, are you sure you're a doctor? Because ghee is very difficult to digest. He is not able to even digest water. Forget about ghee. Ghee is a very, hard food to digest. He said, I know it's a very hard food to digest, but this is the medicine. You keep giving him ghee. So these people, family said, okay, anyway, we're going to lose him anyway. This is the last medicine we can try. So they started feeding him ghee, and he ate it. Ghee immediately, vomited out. And so there's nothing happening to him. But he says, this man, that doctor said, do it for a few days and see what happens. So they fed him 3 times a day, little spoonful of ghee. He just vomit out, ghee, vomit out, ghee, vomit out. After a day or 2, he would eat ghee, but only half of the will come out. Some ghee will stay there. And then after some time, the full ghee will stay there. And after some time, he said, now I'm feeling little hungry. Can you give me some rice? So then he ate rice, then he ate chapati and sabji, and after a month's time, his health was completely restored. So this, the family was surprised. Hey, how is this happened? So they called the doctor, the Ayurvedic doctor. He said, how is this happened? Can you tell us the science behind this ghee? He said his stomach was not able to digest the food. So his body had no energy to digest, but body needs digest. Body needs some energy. So when he ate ghee, he vomited all the ghee out, but little portion of the ghee stuck in his stomach. And the body took the energy from that ghee. Because ghee is a very, slimy, very, what is that word? It sticks, it's a very sticky substance. So some part of the ghee, it's stuck in the stomach. So though he, all ghee came out, but some ghee stayed in the stomach. Next time he ate the ghee, some part stuck in the stomach. And slowly, the body started taking energy from that small part of ghee which was remaining in the stomach. And the body was getting energy. Then slowly, the body got his full energy and able to digest the food now. The same philosophy applies to our hearing. When we come to the temple, first time, whatever he eat will just come out. Nothing will stay. Radha says, comes here and goes out. Nothing is going to stay. But something will stay. At least the word Krishna will stay in your heart. Something will stay, saying, oh, Krishna. Krishna is bluish boy who plays flute. At least that will stay in your heart. Slowly, as you hear more and more, something of the Krishna will stay in your heart. And that will purify your heart. And slowly, your soul will get all its energy from hearing about Krishna. And the time will come you will find it difficult to live without hearing about Krishna. The day will come. But it comes with persistence. Come, hear about Krishna. And if you don't hear about Krishna, eat Krishna food. I personally in my life, I had no attraction towards philosophy of Krishna or hearing about Krishna. But when I started going to temple, I liked prasadam. So I came for prasadam. And prasadam worked like ghee. So I request all of you to please keep coming to Hare Krishna temple, hear about Krishna, take prasadam. Sometimes you have some job or some work, you can't come for the whole program, come for prasadam. We don't think that I'm only coming for prasadam. Don't worry, only come for prasadam. Eat prasadam and go home. This will definitely help. I don't know, did I answer your question, Balaram? Okay. Anybody's any other question? Okay, if no questions, it's 2 o'clock now. Now, after hearing comes chanting. So now we all stand up now and we'll chant Hare Krishna together. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Nitai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Dishatarine Namaste Prabhupada. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare. Wait. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Ram Sankirtan ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaura Premanande Hari.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सत श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON founder Acharya, BBD founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki, Jayom Vishnupad Paramhans Parivrajagacharya, Ashtottara Sat Sri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की, ब्रज भूमि श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की, नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, पूर्ण पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा मैया की, जमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, तुलसी महारानी की, गोलोकेर प्रेमधन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, ट्रांसडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, ट्रांसडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे नाकम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तानुभृङ्गां केशवधृता नरहरे रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे Ringa Lalita Eshavadhuta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय नरसिंहदेव की जय जय प्रहलाद महाराज की महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमे ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे Salfa Punya Vatan Rajan Vishwaso Naiva Jayate Sharirani Vidya Jal Jodendriyata Hai Kal Jive Fere Vishay Sagare Tare Madhyavati Lobo Mai Sadurmati Take Jeta Katina Samsare Krishna Bododaya Mai Gore Bai Jiva Jai Swaprasad Madelo Bai Sayanamritapa Radha Krishna Gunago Preme Rako Chaitanya Natai Jani Mai Jani Tai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Mahaprasadam ki
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thank you so much for coming today to our Sunday Feast program. We have a couple of announcements. Well, not a couple, quite a few, because there's so many exciting festivals coming up. So we are currently in the Chaturmasya period, which is 4 months. And at the end of the end month of the 4-month period, we have Damodar month, right? Which is Kartik month. It's a very, very auspicious month. It is very dear, actually, that month to Srimati Radharani. And also, there's so many blessings that we can take from that month. For example, everything you do in service for Krishna is times by 1,000. And also the opposite. If we commit any offenses, they are also times by 1,000. So anyway, it's a very special month, and we have lots of special things happening during that month. For example, Govardhan Puja, we have Diwali festival, we have Tulsi Viva, Shaligram Viva, we also have Gita Jayanti as well. Towards the end of the year. So look out for announcements for that. This week, which is a lot closer than Kartik month, on Wednesday when we meet for our Srimad Bhagavatam Sangha, usually 7:30 till 9, this Wednesday is going to be a really, really special gathering. We have His Holiness Sundar Chaitanya Swami Maharaj joining us. Haribol! So he is a sannyasi, which means he is in the renounced order of life. So first we have brahmachari, then we have grihastha, which is all of us, so married people, and then after that vanaprastha, and then sannyas. So he is a sannyasi. He travels around the world. He's actually renowned for the way that he preaches to young people and empowers them. So he's originally from Mauritius and was a temple president there in one of the temples. And then he moved to, if anyone here is from Maharashtra, he used to head up the temple in Nagpur. And so now he travels the world preaching. So that's this Wednesday, 7:30. You don't want to miss the program. We've been really blessed, actually. The last month we've had His Grace Vyasakhi Prabhu, we've had Shrutakirti Prabhu, both Prabhupada disciples, and we had so many people join us, and it was wonderful. So much so that Vyasakhi Prabhu said, okay, we've met on Wednesday, we'll meet again on the Thursday. And we had wonderful time together. So please don't be, if you miss out, then you missed out. Okay, so please come this this Wednesday, Hare Krishna, at 7:30. So Marge will give a talk, and if you have any questions, it's a great chance to hear from him. And then obviously after that is Kirtan and Prasadam. Next Sunday is Ekadashi, so come along for our Sunday feast for that. And then the Sunday after is our celebrations for Balaram Jayanti. So that's on the 30th of August. Balaram Jayanti is actually on the 27th of August, but we'll be celebrating it here in the temple on the 30th of August. So look out for that. And then the week after, we have our grand festival of Shri Krishna Janmastami. So Shri Krishna Janmastami is really very special here in the temple. I am one of 4 sisters, and 2 of my sisters live in London, and they serve there in ISKCON Soho temple and also Bhaktivedanta Mana. And they always tell me how very, very packed it is. There's thousands of people, but and sometimes they wish they would be able to, just go to a nice, sweet, intimate Janmashtami festival. And how lucky are we have that here, right? So it's a very sweet festival. We'll have our Laddu Gopal. He'll be here in the swing. You'll have a chance to swing him. There'll be obviously kirtan. There'll be dances, dramas. The children are doing their own program. We will have Abhishek. We'll have the shop. We'll have special prasadam. The celebrations start from 7 p.m. Okay? When was Lord Krishna born? When did he appear? What time? Midnight, 12 midnight, yeah. So we're starting at 7 p.m. and then we will conclude after midnight, okay? But of course, you can come if you need to go. It's fine. We have all arrangements for prasadam for you too. So that is Friday, the 4th of September, Krishna Janmashtami here in the temple. The day after is a really special day. It's our dear Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja. Vyas Puja, you could say in mundane terms, translates to his birthday. It's actually his birthday, the day after Krishna Janmashtami. And if we didn't have Srila Prabhupada, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to access Krishna the way we get to, right? So, Saturday, the 5th of September, in the morning, 10 a.m., we are doing our Srila Prabhupada's Vyas Puja. And then the day after, again Sunday, the celebrations don't stop. We have Krishna Janmashtami festival continued on the Sunday, 6th of September. So that's a lot of festivals for you coming up. We usually have Mangal Arati in the first Saturday of every month, but the first Saturday in September is Janmashtami Vyas Puja. So we will have our Mangal Arati program in September on Saturday, the 12th of September. So just look out for that also. Wonderful. Last year, when it was Sharad Purnima, which is a very, very beautiful celebration of the Lord, he has a special Leela on that night doing Rasa Leela with the gopis. To celebrate that this year, we will be doing Sharad Purnima, not necessarily as an ISKCON event, but just to gather and to honor that event. We will be having deities here and dancing and doing Rasa and Garba. So if you're interested in that, look out for that. That's going to be in October. Do we have any more announcements, Prabhuji? Is that everything? I've chewed your ears off on that one. If you have any questions, come and speak to any of us. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, we have all our announcements on there. You can also get involved in seva, donations, food for life, cooking seva. There's lots of different things you can get involved in. And all the announcements are put on the WhatsApp group. There's a QR code on the side of the shop there, or there's one outside. You can just scan that and join. Okay, and prasadam awaits upstairs. You can also come down here and enjoy your prasadam. Anybody here new today? Oh, wonderful. I thought I saw some new faces today. Thank you so much for joining us. You are so welcome to our ISKCON Stoke family, and we hope you keep continuing to come. Please go to the shop. Marina Mataji, could you give us a wave? She has a gift awaiting you for your first time here at our temple. So please go there before you take prasadam upstairs. Srila Prabhupada ki! Hare Krishna!